Hello, and welcome to this week's episode of Empowering Women in Chiropractic. I'm your host, Dr. Kathy, and this week's topic is one of the sayings that I love. It's a very well known saying in chiropractic. How you do anything is how you do everything. Let's dive right into that because this week we're talking about how you do life, how you do business, how you do your practice, how you do your marketing, how you do your social life, how you do your family life. It's everything because how you do anything is how you do everything. And if you want success in life, success doesn't just exist in one little cubicle. It's in all the aspects of your life. So if you're successful with your health, if you're successful with your relationships, if you're successful with your practice, then it translates into all other aspects, whether that's your hobbies, whether that's outside pursuits, whether you decide to have a side hustle or a passion project. If you are successful, those habits that you've developed carry over. So, what you really should be focusing on is how do I be the best version of me? How do I bring the best version of myself to the table? Whether that's to the adjusting table, whether that's to the negotiating table, whether that's to the dinner table. How do you bring the best version of yourself on a day to day basis? How do you not get burned out? How do you not get stressed out? And how do you not get to the point where you're just like, oh, I can't do this anymore? Right? I was on a coaching call this morning with one of my clients who said, listen, the scary part for me is I'm watching my friends 3 years out of school giving up. I'm watching my friends that are ahead of me. They're 4.5 years out of school and they're heading toward a horrific divorce and the loss of their practice because they're so stressed out. They're so burned out. They're trying to do everything. And what's happening? They're not happy. They're not fulfilled. See, if you haven't read the book about the genius zone yet, let me tell you something. There's 4 zones. There's the zone of incompetence. That's where you don't know, you don't care, right? Or as my dad would say, DCDK. I don't care, don't know, don't care. It doesn't matter. It's like changing the oil in your truck. I don't know. I don't care. I'm never going to learn it. That's my zone of incompetence. Then you have a zone of competence, and that's where the average person tends to live. That's where I can do it, but so can everyone else, right? Like we can all vacuum the rug, but we don't necessarily have to do it. We can all water the plants, but sometimes we just don't necessarily do it. We wait for nature to do it, right? It's the zone of competence. It's the jobs that you might have had to get you through school, but it's not what you continue to do now that you're done with school. It's those things that you did as a means to an end, but that's not a means to success. And that's the zone of competence. And most of us in this profession, not only do we not desire to live there, not only do we not choose to live there, we typically choose to train and teach our patients, our team members, and our communities with the community talks that we do, not to live there as well. We typically try to rise above and vibrate at such a higher level that we are now in our zone of excellence. And in your zone of excellence, you are doing all the things that make you you, and you are good at them. I mean, really, really good at them. Like anyone who watches you says, wow, you are a phenomenal chiropractor. Wow, you give the best adjustment. Wow, the way you just explained why my child has ear infections, nobody ever explained that to me before, right? When you go to my kids' school and you talk about ADD and attention deficit and ear infections and antibiotics and how they're all linked together and how we got to stop that cycle, oh my goodness, it was brilliant. And I get it. And I want my family under chiropractic care. And that's your zone of excellence. And if you're in that zone of excellence, this is where you feel really, really good. You wake up on a day to day basis and you're like, I'm doing the right thing with my life. I am where I'm meant to be. And I am happy with this. But there might be that little teeny tiny nagging voice that says, hey, let me tap you on the shoulder. You know that dream you had when you were a kid? You forgot about it, but it's still in here. You know that vision you had for your life that you can't even remember right now because you're so busy doing the day to day life? Just because you don't see it, just because you're not thinking about it, doesn't mean it's not still out there for you, right? And if you're getting that little tap on the shoulder that every now and then says, hey, maybe there's a little something more out there for you, That might be your genius zone, which your brain is just trying to tell you, hey, you're in a good environment right now and you're really good at it. And everybody thinks you're the best and you're really good and you really like it. But if you don't feel fulfilled, it might be because there's another level. And if there's another level, it's okay to pop your head up, take a breath and look around and see what's out there for you, because it may be teaching your community on a greater level. It may be that you start doing talks at your local businesses. It may be that you start doing health screenings. It may be that you start doing workshops in your office, or it may just be that you decide, I'm going to specialize into a certain demographic. I'm going to focus on my pregnant mamas. I'm going to focus on my newborn babies. I'm going to focus on my fertility challenges. I'm going to focus on my sports injuries. I'm going to focus on my elderly, whatever that may be for you. If you get that little feeling like maybe there's more out there, take a look, take an inventory, take stock of where you are right now and what you're doing. And then I want you to step back even further and I want you to look at all the things that you did to get you to where you are right now. How did you succeed in school? How did you succeed on your boards? How did you succeed in your first 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years in practice? How are you succeeding in your relationships? How are you succeeding with your health pursuits? When you look at all of your success and you start to lump it all together and you really, really focus on, okay, what did I do right? You are going to see a recurring theme. You're going to see a pattern, because success isn't just in one area of your life, right? It's very rare to see someone who's got it all together in one aspect, but nothing else is going right, unless they put all their focus here and they completely forget about everything else. And we've all heard the stories of the chiropractors that came before us, the pioneers in our profession, who put everything, their heart, soul, blood, sweat, tears, and every second of their day into their practice to the detriment of their family. And the reality of today's day and age, there's not many people who want to put everything into a business and neglect their personal. There's not many people who want to put everything into building a practice and forget about their family, right? Because we realize in this profession, you really can have it all. You can have the time freedom to go after your personal pursuits. You can have the schedule that allows you to be at your kids' games. You can have the schedule set up so that you can go and do things on the weekend, or so that you can go and do talks in your community at lunchtime, right? You can set up your practice in such a way that is a reflection of what's important to you, and you will attract those people who resonate with that. So if what's important to you is basket weaving, you can go get involved in a basket weaving community in your neighborhood. And the next thing you know, you've got a practice full of people who love basket weaving, right? It's that simple. Just be honest, just be genuine, just be congruent, just be authentic. And when you do that, you will be able to speak in a more natural, more authentic voice that conveys your message to the people that you're trying to reach. And that's what's going to help you be successful. So let's say you wanted to take up a new hobby. Let's say you want to start working out. Let's say you want to start working out, and like one of my clients today, you want to start running marathons, right? And you want to do a half marathon this summer, and then you want to do full marathon by Thanksgiving. I'm not a runner. I'm not going to speak intelligently on this, but I will tell you this. There are step-by-step plans that you can follow. You can reverse engineer it from the full to the half to where you are right now. And you can figure out each step, everything that you would need to do in order to be able to achieve your goals at the deadline. So why not do the same thing with your practice? Why not do the same thing with your personal life? If you wanted to grow your practice, why not map it out? I want to be at a certain volume or a certain amount of collections by November 15th. And then back it out each month and say, where do I want to be 3 months from now? Where do I want to be a month from now? Start to map it all out so that you can figure out, what is it that I need to do to become the person who can attract that life, or create those habits, or have those things in my life. Excuse me. And if you use those success plans and you think about them, look backwards over your life. Did you just show up for your boards exams? All right, maybe some of us did. Sorry, guilty. But You went to school for weeks and weeks and weeks and months and years before you took the first part one exam, right? And when you took part one, you had already been 6 quarters into school or so, right? So you had preparation in advance to make sure that you were ready to take that board and you were ready to crush it. And so if you approach every aspect of your life with that mindset of, I can be successful, I need to know what I want to accomplish, and then I can reverse engineer and back it out so that I can create the steps and the strategies and the habits necessary to acquire that or to become that or to create that or attract that. All you have to do is start thinking in terms of, what is it I really want? And how do I get from here to there? What is the pathway to get from here to there? And that's part of your success. That's part of, how do I attract what I want? How do I create what I want? How do I become successful? Growing up, my parents had a saying all the time: just because you could be successful anywhere does not mean you could be successful in New York. But if you can succeed in New York, you could succeed anywhere. Their mindset was, the climate in New York growing up was so cutthroat, so dog eat dog, so tough, right? If you can succeed in New York, you're golden. You got it. And so that was kind of our way of learning. Hey, if I can handle this living in Times Square, I can handle it living in Mayberry. If I can handle this in Long Island rush hour traffic, I can handle it in Atlanta, right? And it's that mindset that as soon as you realize that you have succeeded in an area of your life, and then you recognize another area where you've succeeded, and then you recognize another area where you've succeeded, the reality is, I can be successful. And if I could be successful in the past, then I can be successful in the future. I just have to remember what it is that I did, the steps that I took, the mindset that I had, and the determination that I brought with me. So whether it is growing your practice or growing your impact in your community, whether it's starting to do health talks or getting people to show up for your dinner with the docs or your lunch and learn, whatever it is that would make you feel successful, look back over the things you've done in the past that have brought you the most success and analyze what you actually did to get there. Because here's the thing that I think as women we don't hear often enough. You don't have to do it all. You don't. When your grandmother and my grandmother were our age, they were homemakers. They may have had a small part-time job, but for the most part, they took care of the household, the family, everything that went into keeping life running. But then maybe your mother or maybe your grandmother or maybe your sister, I don't know, in that women's revolution decided that we could go to work, but we still needed to take care of the household. And somewhere along the line, women have gotten the message that I can do it all. Watch me. And let me compete with you. I'm going to do everything and I'm going to do it all top notch. I'm going to cook. I'm going to clean. I'm going to take care of the house. I'm going to take care of the kids. I'm going to take care of the business. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm me, 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 me. And then we get burnt out. We get stressed out. We get to the point where we're like, why am I spinning my wheels? What is this doing for me? Am I getting where I want to go because we're doing so much? Think about when you were a kid and somebody said, what do you want to be when you grow up? They didn't say, what do you want to do when you grow up? They said, what do you want to be? My answer was happy. Anytime someone asked that question, what do you want to be when you grow up? Happy. That was my answer. Happy. I want to be happy. I want to be happy. Right. And if that was a focus for you, then you know you can attract happiness into your life. So when you think about it, are you doing too much and not enjoying it? And are you not being the person that you want to be? So if you want success, but you're going, 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 and you never seem to be able to stop or take a breath or take a break, or there's no time for you, and you don't feel fulfilled, I don't think that's fully successful then. You might be doing great. There might be a lot of money in the bank, but if you don't feel fulfilled, I don't I don't define that as feeling successful for me. So sometimes success is looking at what I've done in the past, stopping, analyzing, taking a break, looking at where I am right now and deciding, am I on the direction that I need to be in order to get to the level that I want? Or do I need to make a little bit of a shift? Do I need to make a little bit of a change? Because the lessons that you learn right now about how to become successful or how to improve your lifestyle or how to increase your level of impact in your community or how to greaten your success level, those lessons right now, they can serve you for the rest of your life. Whether that's with family and friends, whether that's with your kids or a side hustle, whether that's expanding and opening multiple practices, whether that's hiring docs into your office, whether that's stepping out into your own first practice if you're an associate right now, those lessons that you develop will continue to serve you. And if you can be successful in New York, if you can be successful in chiropractic, those lessons will translate everywhere. And you can do whatever it is that you want, whether that's health pursuits or personal goals or relationship goals or growing your practice or expanding your practice or stepping into a leadership role in the profession, teaching our future students, mentoring the ones who are coming through school right now, or getting involved on some of the boards, some of the politics of chiropractic, whatever it is that would make you feel like your life is being well spent, you have the right to go after it. You have the obligation to yourself to go after what would make your heart happy. And you have a responsibility to the younger version of you who said, when I grow up, I want to be whatever that was for you. You have a responsibility to her to go be that. Go be that woman. Go be that girl. Go be the version of yourself that you dreamed of as a little girl, that you went to school to become, that you wake up every day knowing, I can do this, I can be this, I can have this life. Go be that woman and find ways in your own unique way, right? Find ways in your own unique way to continue showing up, to continue serving, to continue growing mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, socially, into your community, to continue growing from a practice standpoint, from a personal standpoint, from a relationship standpoint, from a health standpoint. Continue growing. Never get stale, never get stagnant, don't rot. Keep growing, keep learning, keep becoming the next best version of you. And that, to me, is your greatest attribute of success. When you become the next best version of you, it's because you're demonstrating to yourself what success truly means. So, ladies, I truly believe that success comes from you, not to you. I believe that the habits that you have right now determine where you will be a year from now and 2 years from now. And because I believe that, I definitely believe that you can make different choices because we are the product of our choices. So you can make different choices, different habits to get you to exactly where you want to be. Don't underestimate your abilities. Don't overestimate your time available, but create new habits, new strategies, new plans to get you exactly where you want. You want to grow your practice. You want to increase your impact on the world. You want to get involved in the profession. You want to expand. You want to hire other doctors. You want to go out and do lunch and learns. You want to start spending more time on your health or your relationships or your personal pursuits, whatever that may be. Take the time to take the inventory on your own life, look at the successes you've already had, and apply those same principles to where you're going now. If this resonates with you, or if you feel like, you know what, I feel like I've been doing so much and I should be further along than I am right now, but I don't really know how to get there, or I'm too busy spinning so many plates that if I let go, I'm afraid that they're all going to come crashing down. But how else am I going to grab onto my next best life? Or you feel like I've just got so much going on that if I stop, I'm afraid it'll all crumble because it needs me and I can't take a break. I can't take a pause. But if I don't, I'm going to get burned out. But if I do, then I'm going to have more work on my shoulders. And you're thinking, I know there's more out for, I know there's more out there for me. I know that I was designed for more. If that's you, if you have that feeling, reach out to me because we're starting a 6-week challenge this Saturday where we're going to take women through 6 weeks of how do I create new habits? How do I shift my mindset? How do I start doing things the way that I want to, not the way that I was told I needed to, or not the way society says I have to? How do I have a mental, physical reset and start creating strategies to take me to exactly where I want to be in the next 6 weeks, 6 months, 2 years? If that resonates with you, reach out to me. I would be happy to help you. But in the meantime, what I need for you to do, I need for you to look back over your successes acknowledge what you've done to get to where you are, celebrate those, and take from those to create your next success so you can continue moving forward and serving the world in the way that only you can. I'll see you next time, ladies. Take care.
Join us each week as we bring you the best in business growth, practice management, social media marketing, networking, leadership, and lots more. If it's about women in practice and business, you'll hear it here. This has been a Cairo Secure production.